Misalnya sekarang. Tak dibuat apa.
Hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, sedikit maklumat sebelum memulakan majlis. Sebagai peringatan, diminta kepada semua pelajar untuk mengisi kehadiran di dalam U-Feature masing-masing terlebih dahulu. Hadirin diminta untuk mendengar dengan teliti dan mengambil cakna akan apa yang akan bakal disampaikan oleh speaker jemputan kita pada hari ini. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera dan salam Malaysia Madani. Yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Yarina Ahmad, Pengarah Institut Biodiversiti dan Pembangunan Mampan IBSD di UiTM Shah Alam. Yang berusaha Dr. Azmahani binti Yaakob, Pensyarah Kanan Fakulti Pengurusan Perniagaan UiTM Cawangan Kelantan, merangkap Ketua Pusat Pengajian Fakulti Pengurusan Perniagaan dan juga pensyarah kepada subjek Economic Issues and Policy. Ahli Jawatan Kuasa Program, rakan siaran program webinar di FHNC YouTube channel, seterusnya para pelajar yang sudi bersama dengan kita pada hari ini. Syukur kehadrat Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala dengan limpah dan kurnianya, hari ini kita dapat bersama-sama berkumpul di dalam seminar Which One is Better? Further Study or Work After SPM bersama pensyarah dari Fakulti Sains, Pentadbiran dan Pengajian Polisi. Hadirin hadirat yang dihormati sekalian, menadah tangan tanda kesyukuran. Lafaz Bismillah memukul tautan. Doa di pohon penuh pengharapan agar majlis mendapat keberkatan. Bagi memberkati lagi webinar kita pada petang ini, dengan sukacitanya majlis menjemput Saudara Zuhelmi bin Mat Najib untuk memimpin bacaan doa. Majlis mempersilakan.
A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil wassalatu wassalamu ala asyrafil anbiya'i wal mursalin wa ala alihi washabihi ajmain. Ya Allah, Engkaulah yang mempunyai segala kepujian, Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kepujian. Engkaulah yang berhak menerima segala kesyukuran, Engkaulah yang memiliki segala pemerintahan. Di tangan Engkau segala kebajikan, kepada Engkaulah kembali segala urusan. Allahumma ya Karim ya Rahim, limpahkanlah rahmat dan rahimmu ke atas webinar Deciding Between Further Education and Work After SPM, What's the Right Path pada hari ini. Berkatilah webinar ini dari awal hingga akhirnya. Ya Allah, kami memohon padamu agar diberi kefahaman dalam seminar ini supaya kami dapat menjadi mahasiswa yang berfikiran positif. Ya Zal Jalali wal Ikram, kami juga memohon perlindungan daripadamu dari segala perkara yang boleh mencacat celakan webinar kami dan daripada segala perkara yang melalaikan kami dari berbuat taat kepadamu juga kami serah segala urusan kami. Rabbana alaika tawakkalna wa ilaika anabna wa ilaikal masir. Allahumma inna na'udzubika minal barasi wal junun wal juzam wa min sayyi'il asqam. Rabbana atina fid dunya hasanah wa fil akhirati hasanah wa qina azabannar. Sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wasallam walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.
Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Majlis merakamkan ucapan setinggi-tinggi penghargaan dan terima kasih kepada Saudara Zuhelmi bin Mat Najib di atas pimpinan bacaan doa sebentar tadi. Sebelum memulakan perkongsian kita pada petang ini, majlis sukacitanya menjemput dan mempersilakan Dr. Azmahani binti Yaakob untuk menyampaikan sepatah dua kata. Seterusnya merasmikan webinar Which One is Better? Further Study or Work After SPM. Majlis mempersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Terima kasih saudari penerusi majlis, Cik Nur Afrina Muhammad Kasri. Okey, yang berusaha Prof. Dr. Yarina Ahmad. Okey, kita datangkan jauh daripada Shah Alam. Okey, different fakulti kan, okey. Selaku penceramah kita pada petang ini. Yang berusaha Encik Hasanul Firman, okay, pemilik YouTube channel ni, okay, selaku the same time adalah pensyarah juga untuk Fakulti Pengurusan Perniagaan. Okay, yang dikasihi pelaksana program seminar pada petang ini, Saudari Nur Alia Muhammad Ahir, Saudari Nur Syafinas Nabila binti Suhaimi, okay, Saudari Nur Afrina selaku kita punya MC tadi, okay, Saudari Nurul Zahizatul Arisha, Saudari Nabi Hadina dan Saudari Nurul Syahira. Okay, dan semua pelajar BA 250 Part 5 untuk kod ECO 649. Dan terima kasih juga kepada pelajar BA 242 Part 4 yang menyertai program kita pada petang ini. Okay, salam keluarga UiTM, salam UiTM di hatiku. Salam dari kampus Tanah Serendah Sekebun-Bunga, championing entrepreneurship, empowering community. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat petang dan salam sejahtera. Okey, pertama sekali marilah kita mengucapkan syukur Alhamdulillah kerana dengan limpah kurnianya dekat Kelantan ni hujan sekarang ni Prof. Okey, so mungkin ada gangguan sikit lah mungkin dari segi internet tu. Okey. So kita dapat berkumpul pada petang ini. Kalau untuk pengetahuan Prof, ini adalah seminar yang ketiga untuk subjek ECO 649. So dekat Kelantan ni kita ada 3 group of student. So akan ada 12 seminar. So this is the third seminar untuk this semester. Okay, terima kasih juga kepada Prof sebab sudi meluangkan masa bersama dengan pelajar-pelajar kita. Okay, untuk yang makluman pengetahuan Prof, okay, seminar ni sebenarnya adalah sebahagian dari bentuk assessment untuk ECO 649. Okay, so diorang kena buat report. Okay, diorang kena handle seminar and then come out dengan report. The marks untuk seminar is 10%. Okay, the report is 30%. Okay, dan di samping itu program ni seminar ni untuk more on sharing session with the student on the current issues. Okay, kebetulan tajuk yang dipilih hari ini adalah related dengan topik dalam syllabus dengan education. Okay, so saya rasa memang topik ni wajar diperbincangkan sebab bila kita tengok dari segi pengambilan pelajar, pendaftaran pelajar, baru-baru ni kita dikejutkan dengan figure kurangnya pelajar yang berminat untuk mendaftar. Okay, mungkin disebabkan oleh isu COVID yang masuk online baru ni, ramai pelajar yang stres. At the same time, diorang dah bekerja sendiri, diorang menggunakan media sosial untuk mendapat income. So mungkin untuk jangka masa pendek mereka fikir mereka dah tertarik dengan cara pendapatan tu. Diorang masih muda, so diorang tak dapat buat keputusan yang betul untuk masa depan. So diorang tak nampak kepentingan pendidikan tinggi untuk upgrading the skills. Okay, so mungkin melalui sesi perkongsian ni, okay, untuk makluman Prof juga, sesi ni disiarkan secara dalam YouTube, dalam talian YouTube atas ihsan Cik Firman kita. So mungkin dah diwar-warkan kepada orang luar. Okay, so mungkin dapat dikongsikanlah perkongsian ni dapat memberi sedikit sebanyak input untuk ibu bapa sendiri, untuk pelajar SPM leavers kita sendiri, okay, untuk pelajar SPM tahun ni juga kan, di mana diorang nak meletakkan diri untuk masa depan. Okay, saya pun tak nak cakap panjang lah, so saya nak serahkan kepada Prof terus. Okay, so akhir sekali saya merakatkan penghargaan dan terima kasih atas sambutan ke majlis ini. Saya juga dengan tanpa melengahkan masa, okay, dengan lafaz yang mulia, lafaz Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, saya merasmikan seminar kita pada petang ini yang bertajuk Deciding Between Further Education and Work After SPM, What is the Right Path? Okay, sekian wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih kepada Dr. Azmahani di atas kesudian beliau merasmikan webinar kita pada petang ini. Baiklah, untuk atur cara berikutnya, maka tibalah waktu untuk perkongsian yang kita nanti-nantikan bersama speaker yang sangat hebat pada hari ini. Namun, sebelum itu, izinkan saya membaca sedikit biodata mengenai penceramah kita pada petang ini. Beliau adalah Profesor Dr. Yarina Ahmad yang merupakan pengarah Institut Biodiversiti dan Pembangunan Mampan IBSD di UiTM Shah Alam. Beliau telah berimat sebagai pensyarah kajian sosial dan dasar di Fakulti Sains Pentadbiran dan Pengajian Polisi Universiti Teknologi Mara. Beliau juga memperoleh ijazah Sarjana Muda Sains Pembangunan Manusia daripada Universiti Putra Malaysia pada tahun 2001 dan kemudian Sarjana Pentadbiran Awam daripada Universiti Sains Malaysia pada tahun 2003. Beliau juga telah menyambung pengajian di peringkat tertinggi iaitu PhD dalam bidang sosiologi di Monash University, Australia. Di samping tugas-tugas pengajaran, beliau juga aktif dalam aktiviti penyelidikan dan penerbitan buku. Untuk pengetahuan semua, beliau mendapat anugerah buku negara kategori penyunting terbaik untuk buku mendepani pandemik COVID-19, bukti empirikal daripada hasil penyelidikan pada 23 Ogos 2022. Selain itu, beliau juga mendapat anugerah Malaysia Book of Records, the first COVID-19 pandemic research on the impact of cultivating new norms pada 8 November 2021. Oleh itu, tanpa membuang masa, dijemput yang berbahagia Profesor Dr. Yarina Ahmad untuk menyampaikan ceramah pada hari ini. Dengan segala hormatnya, dipersilakan.
Okey, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat sejahtera. Salam Malaysia Madani. Yang dihormati Dr. Azmahani, merupakan KPP jugalah Fakulti Bisnes di kampus Kota Baru. InsyaAllah nanti ada berkelapangan kita boleh jumpa secara bersemuka. Terima kasih banyak di atas jemputan daripada pihak yang bahagia doktor serta Fakulti Bisnes serta para pelajar yang dikasihi sekalian. Terima kasih juga kepada pengurusi majlis yang petah berbicara, adik Nur Afrina, dan semua AJK yang bekerja keras lah untuk menjayakan seminar ni. Saya minta izin RE saya Cik Alia untuk membentangkan slide pembentangan ni. Saya nak dalam bahasa Melayu ke dalam bahasa Inggeris ke, boleh gabung ke macam mana?
Boleh gabung, Prof.
Boleh kan? Alright. First of all, it's a great pleasure to have this opportunity to share with all of you on a very important topic as what yang berbahagia Dr. Azmahani mention, especially if you look at the statistic of enrollment in the university is declining. The issue is if it continue to decline, what will happen to our future? And personally, to discuss about this issue, especially among younger generation, Gen Z especially, is very challenging because of course me myself and yang bahagia Dr. Azmahani, we are different generation than yours. What we think may not be the same like what you have in your mind. Okay, perhaps what we think is good for you may not be the right thing for you at this time. I mean for those who actually in school and those who have already enrolled in university for your diploma, sometime later after this you need to think whether you're going to further your study at higher level or not. Okay, or you want to choose to start working because of family commitment and others. So to discuss on this issue, as I mentioned just now, is challenging, but I'll try my very best. To decide on the right path, again, that's for personally, I would say it's very difficult. because it dealing with individuals. All of us are individuals, including myself. Okay, we have our choices. We face different issues and challenges. We have different commitments. At the end of the day, whatever we decide for ourselves, if it is the best, then I think insyaallah every one of us we have a good life. Okay, thank you very much to my research assistant for helping me to prepare the slide. And not that I cannot prepare myself, but I don't have time to do that. But that's what people are doing. We help each other, and I really appreciate whatever they have done to me. Next slide, please.
Okay, hai, Assalamualaikum adik-adik semua.
A video to
Sama
share.
ada kerja ataupun belajar, masing-masing ada dia punya kelebihan dia tersendiri. Jadi macam contoh akak sendiri lepas sampai SPM, akak sambung diploma, akak sambung degree, akak sambung master. Kemudian akak bekerja selama lebih kurang 10 tahun. Kemudian sekarang tengah further lagi study untuk PhD. Jadi
Okay.
apa pun pilihan adik-adik
Very sorry about the technical
insyaAllah itu yang terbaik. Doa
glitch.
Hai, Assalamualaikum adik-adik semua. Adik-adik semua dah ada dekat sini. Jadi teruskan usaha, jangan pernah putus asa. Dan jangan pernah rasa adik-adik semua ke belakang daripada rakan-rakan yang lain. Adik-adik rasa buat keputusan yang salah. Tapi bagus untuk kita fikir-fikirkan untuk sentiasa ke hadapan. Contohnya macam saya ada juga fikir-fikir apa nak buat lepas SPM, sama ada nak kerja ke, nak belajar ke. Tapi saya buat keputusan untuk sambung belajar, dan lepas sambung belajar pun sampai degree, saya fikir-fikir lagi apa saya patut buat. Dan bila saya tengok balik, saya sambung lagi belajar. Alhamdulillah sekarang daripada SPM, saya ada rezeki sambung terus degree dan jump pula kepada PhD. So insyaAllah teruskan berusaha, jangan pernah putus asa.
Okay, a very short video that they prepared for all of you. Thank you very much. The two videos shared by two of my PhD students who have personally, I shall say that they have a very successful study journey. To decide whether to further study or not, there's a lot of things for you to think about. As for instance, one of my student, Shima Shajana, just now, she's currently a PTD officer, pegawai takbir dan diplomatik in in the government agency. Okay, when she enrolled as a degree student, she continued until masters, and then she start working as PTD officer, and then she realized that there's a need for her to further study. Okay, so you can see that education opportunity is always there as long as you want to take it. Okay, and then she's currently completing her PhD, and inshallah will be submitting very soon this year. Another video that just shared just now is one of my fast track PhD student. We never know that in our life one day we're gonna be one of them. She's currently 24 years old. She's completing her PhD very soon this year as well. Yes, of course, after your SPM or even after your STPM, you might think whether you are going to further study or not. Of course, the best answer is to further study. But in some situation, few things to be considered like financial, family situation and others. You may rethink about your decision, not to just working, but perhaps in the future, once you have worked, you have already working for a few years, you might want to further study later. So these are the content. I'll share the slide afterwards, inshallah. Okay, next please. Okay, the analogy that I've shared here is like a junction, in which apa nama, in the title itself, it means that we have to decide whether we want to work or we want to further study. It's a hard decision. Back please. It's a very hard decision for us. Okay, but another way of looking at this aspect, in fact, we can also work and further study. There's only one way. Okay, but to decide whether to work or to further study, there's a lot of things that you, not only you yourself, but also your family, your friends, your sibling, apa tu, may have influence in your decision. Okay, next please. Okay, if you see these two as different path, okay, of course, after your SPM, I'm sharing only two examples, two paths, but you have many other paths. You may begin your study with diploma or matrikulasi. Okay. Okay. And then continue to degree if you like to continue to degree. And for those who highly motivated and believe that education will change your life, okay, you might want to consider master's degree and then complete your PhD. And by the time you complete your PhD, it's going to be around 25 to 28 years old. Okay. Then once you have completed your PhD, you continue, you start working. By the time, if we look at the salary, for instance, you're going to earn more than others because of your qualification. Okay. But there are also times when you choose to further study, you complete your diploma, and then suddenly you get an opportunity to work. Then you might decide not to continue to your degree. Okay, and as what yang berbahagia Dr. Azmani said, sometimes when you start earning, you don't think that education is important anymore. Okay, but for us who have of experience going through all these phases, we know how important education is. Okay, and then perhaps when you started working, okay, later on you might discover that, oh, if I have my degree, definitely I'm going to be at a higher position. Definitely I'm going to earn more. Okay, then if you have this awareness, this apa tu, intention to further study, then you might consider to continue further study. Well, it's not necessary for you to complete your study until PhD. But PhD is the highest level of qualification in which if you reach this, you feel satisfied and you feel fulfilled. Okay, especially for those who have the aim, who have to be an academic, okay, like us, if you want to be our colleague in the future, okay, so you have to further study. But for instance, if let's say decide whether to work or not, okay, well, for some of us, especially if we look at the scenario, those who not prefer to further study is because of having financial problem, okay, they might not have good support, family support. Then perhaps they might decide to start working. Okay. And especially for the eldest in the family, yang sulung, anak sulung. Sometimes you feel like it is your responsibility to help your family. If you don't help your family, the other children, the other sibling may not get education. So you might think that you have to sacrifice to work to at least support your family, and perhaps after for some time, when the others have already completed your study, okay, and then you may rethink to continue your study. Ada keadaan macam ni, dia banyak sacrifice. I remember I met one of a very high position, seorang yang berjawatan tinggi dalam Angkatan Tentera Malaysia. What he shared to me, dia kata, saya anak sulung, jadi saya perlu bekerja untuk membantu keluarga. Jadi semasa adik-adik saya belajar, saya bekerja untuk menyara mereka. Tetapi setelah mereka selesai belajar, barulah saya menyambung pengajian. Apa yang saya surprise semasa saya jumpa beliau mempunyai 3 masters. Walaupun menyambung pengajian dalam tempoh yang lewat. Dan beliau telah menjawat jawatan yang tinggi dalam organisasi. It doesn't mean that we aim for high position in the future. Okay? But once you improve your increase your education, improve your knowledge, of course there's a lot of opportunity will come. Okay? Although if you look at the government agencies, they like for instance for PTD, PhD is not one of the criteria for promotion for you to earn more. But PhD can give you a credit, okay, that you have already increased your knowledge, and people will refer to you or will seek for your help and assistance, especially if they want to make important decision in organization. So what I'm trying to convey to all of you today, to decide to further study or to work, okay, there's a lot of things to be considered. But if you don't have any issues, you have a lot of support from your family and others, please continue study. And I'm sure yang berbahagia Dr. Azmah ni aware about this, because she's dealing with a lot of students. It's not only about getting enrolled to the university, but you have to make sure you always be motivated. You don't not always depending on others to motivate you. Make sure that you study very well so that you can get good grades. Okay, so that whenever you enter any workforce, people can differentiate between you and graduates from other students, from other universities. Drop out among degree, among diploma student. Diploma usually many student enter, okay, enroll. But when come to degree, the numbers has decreased, okay, decrease drastically sometime. This is not good for the country, especially if you look at the economy aspect. Okay, next slide please. Okay, this is another scenario that we all are in dilemma. Kadang-kadang kalau kita letak kat takdir rasa senang je kan. Okay, redha, okay. But it's true. Yes, kita terima takdir. But before that, every one of us have to think carefully. Okay, decide the best for all of decide the best for you, but to not only for you, for your family and for the future. Okay. It's quite a challenge for seniors nowadays, like myself, like yang bahagia Dr. Mazhani or other senior lecturers or other senior people to advise younger generation right now. Because generation Z are very different. Okay. You seek for freedom, you want to sebelum tu, jadi you seek for freedom, you would like to decide for yourself, but the good things about generation Z, you are fast thinker, your skills are good, the way you look at things are different. Okay. There's a scenario that we need to look at it now. It's not that generation Z have to cope with generation Y and Z. Okay. Y and seniors, baby boomers and others, but how we have to cope with all of you guys. Okay. To simply tell you, take this as decision, as one of your decision, will not work. Okay. But what we can do is, like today, we can give you scenario for all of you to think. Okay. For all of you to think and then relate to yourself. If it is okay and appropriate and relevant and best for you, then you might decide. Okay. What to do in your life. Like us previously, whatever decision made by our parents, we just accept it. Beza sikit lah. But it's okay. We open for diversity. We embrace diversity as much as we want you all to respect the seniors. The seniors also must respect the juniors. This is have been our belief, kepercayaan kita, kita punya sikap kita yang dah lama, and in fact being highlighted in Malaysia Madani. Malaysia Madani kata kena hormat antara satu sama lain. The way we advise people also must be appropriate, cannot just simply told someone to do this and that. But the point that I want to highlight here, try your very best to think, consider all justification, consider also the consequences, and then make the best decision. At the end of the day, if you say it's fate, takdir, it's fine. Memang dah terletak. Contoh. Okay. If you continue to work, by all means, work, try to do your job with satisfaction, and then once you're ready to work, once you're ready to study, you may change direction or you may combine, because we have online learning as well. We offer a lot of opportunity. This is related to lifelong learning. Everyone being given opportunity to study even until you're getting at very old age. Kalau macam overseas, when I was in Australia last time, many of my friends are very among those who are at old age, like 65. Okay, because you know why? Because education in Australia is free. So nothing. So for them, they don't need to pay any fees. They don't have anything to do. And in fact, in Western countries like Australia, when the children get 18 years old, they're gonna ask their children to live by themselves. Okay, none of the children still live with their parents after 18 years old, because the age of the category age for children is below 18, bawah 18. Lepas 18 dia kata, okay, you can start working. Okay, and then if you want to further study, go and get scholarship from the government. Okay, and for some people, that's why you can see in the movie, sometimes they study at the same time they work part time. Okay, as long as it doesn't affect their study, it's fine. Okay, so it don't just simply say it's takdir, okay, without pushing yourself very much. Okay, next please. Because in making decision, okay, ataupun to make a decision is hard. Susah tau buat keputusan ni. Okay, tambah kalau kita dalam organisasi lagi susah lah. Dalam hidup ni, kalau kata adik-adik muda tak susah, susah. Susah tu sebab kalau kaya sangat pun susah. Kalau miskin dah memang of course susah lah. Kan? Kalau kaya sangat, macam mana siapa nak ambil alih company ni? Contoh. Okay? Kalau miskin tak ada duit nak belajar dan sebagainya. But believe me, whatever situation that you face, there will definitely many choices, many aspects that you can consider. Okay, and don't you ever say that you don't have choice, because even if you say that you don't have choice, it's also a choice. So you pilih tak mau ambil apa-apa pilihan pun. Okay, it's your life. Like myself, it's my life. I have to decide. I cannot just simply say, okay, tak apalah, I just follow the flow of the river. Whatever comes and I'll accept. That's a boring life. Okay, kami generasi Y yang senior ni pun pada masa yang sama, tak mau rasa boring. Okay, like what yang berbahagia Dr. Azmah ni design the program, creating seminar like this is very interesting. Okay, walaupun saya tak nampak you all ni, YouTube aja ni, tapi I feel like I'm sharing with people ataupun younger generation who maybe at least one or two of you at the end of the day continue to further your study and completed your PhD, maybe under the supervision of Dr. Mazhani. I'm going to be proud of that. Okay? Not because of you're going to contribute to me, no. But you're going to change your life. You're going to give examples to other people's. You're going to motivate your sibling to be like you. And at the end of the day, you're going to contribute to the growth of our country. Contribute significantly. Okay? So, dealing with choice, I'm sure as your generation, whatever situation that you face, you're going to search for information. What's the best for me? Is this good? And then you refer to what people have discussed on it. Okay? And then you start compare. And then you argue. And then sometimes when you seek for too much information, and then you get confused. And then you go back to your mother or father. Or you ask your sister. Okay? But again, at the end of the day, the decision tu is yours. Okay? Walaupun at one time you might say, ni bukan keputusan saya. Ni keputusan mak saya. Okay? Sebenarnya, yes, parents may have influence. But at the end of the day, if you're not happy with your parents' decision, voice out. Okay? Justify. Okay, I want to work first, and then I'm going to study. And one day, believe me, I have a student who completed his masters, and he got a very good job at TMB, okay, and earned a lot. All right. maybe because I can see he has a very good potential. He asked me, he told me that he want to start working after masters. Then I told him, I think you should continue your PhD. I think you are good, you can be a lecturer. I told him. Masa awal biasalah, kita punya keputusan kan. And then you know what happened? After few years, he came back. He said, you are right. I think I should continue to further my study. Okay, because if you join any organization, you might think it is easy. Okay, you based on your friends' experience, you see them dress well, drive a good car, stay in a good house. Okay, you might feel like you want to be like them. But be patient. One day you reach that situation. Okay. So, adik-adik sekalian, whatever happen, not only to decide whether to study or to work, even if you want to get married, even if you want to further study at higher level, please make sure that you consider all situation and make the best decision for yourself. Right? Okay. Ada soalan ke? Or you want me to continue to share? Miss Moderator, continue to share. Boleh. Okay.
Yes, Prof.
Cakap seorang-seorang ni. Kata Mas Azman ni, dia macam ni sikit lah, no?
Sebab dia orang decide untuk buat dalam YouTube. Sebelum ni kita buat dalam Gmeet, so kita nampak everybody tu. Tapi mungkinlah dalam YouTube nanti kalau ada soalan, so mungkin Afrina boleh share lah.
Okay.
Kan?
Ya, okay. Alright, next please. Okay, these are among important things for you to consider. Especially to decide whether you want to further study or to work, right? Alright. Okay, first of all, yes, your exam result lah. Okay. If you get good result, you're going to get good opportunity to further study, perhaps not in Malaysia, in other countries. Okay. And you'll get sponsored. Okay. Not only from Malaysian agencies, Petronas ke, Amara ke, but perhaps from other countries. Okay. So, get good result. Okay, I'm telling this not only to SPM holders, ataupun those who are going to sit for the SPM, for all of you, including myself. Okay, if I conduct research, for instance, I'll make sure that I'll conduct a good research so that I'll get good result. Okay, so this will, at the end of the day, determine your direction. Okay, kalau result tak bagus, lepas tu kita nak sambung sampai PhD, susah sikit lah adik. By now, start your aim that whatever happen, I'm going to make sure that I'll get good result. Okay. Alright. Next one, financial consideration lah. Financial constraint actually. Financial constraint. Yalah, kalau if we have a financial issue, it's hard for us to further study. But I would like to share with you few scenarios that I've overcome myself. Quite a number of my masters and PhD students, when they decide to further study, they don't have any preparation in terms of financial. Makna kata, dia tak fikir nak ada scholarship, but they really want to further study. Okay? And it's ended up, most of them at the end of the day got scholarship or become research assistant. Okay? Like myself, I have 8 research assistant that helps me with research grant. Supervisors like yang berbahagia Dr. Ahmad Azmahani at the end of the day, for instance, if she got research grant, insyaAllah, I mean, and she definitely have research grant right now, she can offer for opportunity, but it's very limited, yes. But of course, if I in that situation, I'm going to get a good student. Okay, good, not necessarily the brightest student. Good in terms of attitude, hardworking. Saya nak yang pelajar yang menghormati. Okay, other than good result. Okay, saya nak pelajar yang peka dengan mengambil tindakan yang proaktif. Okay, so sometimes you'll get opportunity to support your financial constraint. The third, family support. Okay, the third is family support. This is very important. Ini memang penting. Okay, ni saya cakap generally lah. Kebanyakan kita bila kita dengar pendidikan, memang kebanyakan ahli keluarga, ibu bapa akan menyokong penuh walaupun mereka tak ada duit. Okay, sebab walaupun kadang-kadang ibu bapa kita tu tak berpendidikan tinggi pun, tapi sebabnya nak tengok anak-anak berjaya dan dia tahu, dia dah go through the experience, they can see that people who further study, get good education, insyaAllah will get good job. Okay, tapi ada juga kita dilahirkan dalam keluarga yang tidak memberi sokongan. Itu takdir lah, yang tidak memberi sokongan. Bila tidak memberi sokongan jadi satu cabaran kepada kita. But do not worry. If you're good, you're going to continue to be good. I'm going to share something with all of you guys. Personally, I came from a very big family. 11 of us. You'll be surprised that among 11 of us, only me who further study. Okay? And once I further study, I completed my study until PhD. No regret. Okay? But well, yang tu bila dah dia penghujung tu kita letak takdir lah. Allah Ta'ala dah letakkan. But the thing is, if you want to change your life, you have to make the decision. I remember once my father asked me, Adik, do you want to further study? I said yes. So if you want to further study, don't think about money. I'll find the money. So I don't think about the money. But throughout my journey, you can see how hard my father get money to support me. Okay, but Alhamdulillah, through that, I completed almost all stages. I'm happy, but he's now passed away. Can only do something to kenuri lah. Okay, but that's the thing. Sebenarnya benda yang baik ni tidak ada satu yang kebanyakan parents ke sibling ke akan menghalang. Mungkin kalau mereka menghalang pun pada waktu tersebut ada sebab-sebab tertentu yang tidak dapat dielakkan. Contoh, ibu bapa ataupun ibu atau bapa yang sedang kritikal. Tiba-tiba nak sambung study. Macam selfish juga. Siapa nak jaga ibu kita? Contoh. Ada juga student saya yang berhenti ataupun tangguh pengajian jaga ibu. Baru ni masuk berita ke apa? Yang bagi Dr. Azmahani yang pelajar tu. Mana? Negeri Sembilan ke pelajar? Ibu dia meninggal dunia lepas habis dia elok-elok habis dia study dan dia dapat the best student. Dahsyat. Hebat tu. Study pun jaga, family pun jaga. You got almost everything. And then educational opportunities. Okay. Now you're in UITM. You don't see what happens in other universities. We have public universities, we have private universities. Okay, as we can see now, the trend, people going to look for graduates who are able to speak English fluently. Okay, tapi tak payahlah macam ada bunga sampai tak faham tu kan. At least you can speak English fluently, good skills and others. So when you enroll in UiTM, make sure that you are at least at par with them, with par with other students. And then also one of the factor that you need to consider is your own goals, your own goals and aspiration. Okay, if you want to be someone ataupun you want to be an academic, make sure you fulfill the aspect ataupun criteria. If you want to be a PTD officer, if you want to be entrepreneur, okay, after your degree, okay, when you take maybe a business program and you equip yourself with entrepreneurship skills, insyaAllah, I think you not only build a small companies, but you also open for job to the others. Alright, so there's a lot of things to be considered. As I said just now, make the best decision. Alright, okay, alright. Okay, this one is time for us to reflect ourselves. Just now, when we discuss about the topic, it's a dilemma for us to decide whether to work or to further study. For some people, okay, for some it's very clear cut. I want to study. For some, I want to work first and then I'll continue to study. But in reality, that we need to see things from bird's eye view, pandangan mata burung yang melihat secara keseluruhan. Okay, why not only country, the world emphasize on education? Why? Not only education, the world emphasize on quality education. Kenapa? Okay, first thing first, research shows that education is the best strategy to change the world, the country, the society. Okay, at least basic education. What more if we discuss about further study at high level? Alright. Look at the SDG goals dalam matlamat pembangunan mampan. Salah satunya adalah quality education. How do we define quality education? Does it mean that quality education must have 50% final exam, 50% coursework? Does it mean that quality education is only based on the assessment or this and that? Does it mean that quality education must be face to face? It's very subjective. It's hard. It's hard to define quality education. But in quality education, first thing first, okay, we have to talk about accessibility. Ada access tak? Okay, right now, okay, we are talking about education at universities. Access to university. Kita ada kuota tau. Kuota untuk kemasukan ke dalam Bumi Putera, ke peringkat universiti. Dalam pada kita ada kuota, kita bagi adik-adik peluang untuk menyambung pengajian, ada yang ambil mudah. Okay? Contohnya kalau bercinta lah. Bercinta tak ada masalah. Tapi jangan keterlaluan. Nak bercinta, bercintalah. Jangan keterlaluan, jangan mengganggu kehidupan diri sendiri dan jangan mengganggu kehidupan orang lain. Ni masuk kelas nanti mengantuk, nanti tak semangat. It's hard. Okay. Tapi kalau bercinta tu memberi what do you call semangat yang tinggi dalam pelajaran, by all means proceed. Okay. Access to education. A student of mine, tadi Shima Shazana tu, you know what? Her research area is on refugee children. Rohingya. Okay. Rohingya ni, to tell the truth, they all among pelarian ni. Pelarian ni makna kata mereka ni tidak diterima oleh negara mereka. Itu takdir lah. Takdir. Dia tak diterima, dilahirkan sebagai pelarian. Jadi dia terpaksa lamai ke negara mana yang boleh terima. Tapi Malaysia bukan negara yang tanda tangani perjanjian pelarian. Kita tak tanda tangani. Jadi kita sebenarnya tak boleh terima pelarian ni. Tapi yang kita duk terima pelarian ni atas dasar kemanusiaan. Okay, dalam contoh dalam SDG tersebut, bila cakap pasal quality education, macam mana nak reach quality kalau ada yang tak dapat access to education? Do you know that Rohingya children ataupun refugee children, they don't have access to education. Stateless people in Sabah, orang yang tak ada dokumen, dia orang ni daripada Filipina sebagai contoh, dia orang tak ada access kepada education. Bayangkan dunia ataupun negara kita, satu Malaysia, negeri lain-lain, tapi ada yang sangat bijaksana, pada masa sama ada yang tak tahu pendidikan langsung. Ada yang masih tinggal dalam bot. Okay. So quality education actually dia punya basic dia begin with access to education. Selepas access to education, barulah kita boleh bincang sama ada pendidikan yang kita terima tu mencukupi ataupun tidak. Okay. Ini semua ni tanggungjawab, bukan tanggungjawab negara sahaja. Bukan tanggungjawab kerajaan sahaja. When you relate economic and policies, it's not only the government's role. It's everybody's role. The government, industry, a family, individual, everybody. Okay. If we really want to boost our human capital, okay. Dulu ni zaman Pak Lah banyak tekankan tentang human capital. Okay. Kalau dengan human capital yang baik, barulah kita boleh meningkatkan economic productivity, innovation and technological advancement, increase earning potential, reduce unemployment, improve health and well-being and other aspect. Okay? Memang everybody gonna give a reason of pandemic COVID-19. Oh, sekarang ni pandemic COVID-19. Susahlah. Okay? Pandemik COVID-19 saya kehilangan pekerjaan. Pandemik COVID-19 kesihatan merosot dan sebagainya. It has been more than 2 years. Alhamdulillah kita dah masih ada. Okay, that's the challenge yang ni kita panggil risiko yang satu dunia kena berhadapan. Tapi if everybody gonna say the same thing, but suddenly you on a small group of people gonna say no. I'm not gonna say due to pandemic COVID-19 only. The individual, the family, the organisation must decide to change. Kena berubah. Okay. Contoh, as I said, continue study. Kalau kerja yang terbaik. Kalau buat business yang terbaik. Okay. And then we're gonna build a good human capital. When I studied in Australia last time, pekerjaan seperti plumber, tukang pipe, is a professional job. They are being paid by hours. Kalau kita punya tukang pipe di sini, contoh. Katakanlah nak cakap ayah saya pandai buat tukang pipe, kita malu. Tapi sebenarnya tak ada apa pun nak malu. Okay? Elok aja pekerjaan tu. Tapi kerana satu culture, budaya kita associate itu sebagai pekerjaan yang dirty, pekerjaan yang dangerous, yang banyak diambil alih oleh migrant workers, Migrant workers, kita associate pekerjaan-pekerjaan itu sebagai pekerjaan yang tidak elok. Sebenarnya pekerjaan-pekerjaan itu pekerjaan yang mulia. Alright? Tapi, but we have to uplift that. If Australia, other developed country, if one day we reach developed country, yang pemotong rumput pun dikira professional. By that time, you know what? We have to decide. Nak panggil pemotong rumput ke, nak potong rumput sendiri? Sama juga nak bina rumah. Kalau you tengok dalam movie, because I experienced live in Australia for nearly 4 years. Tengok dalam movie, ada buat rumah sendiri dan sebagainya. You know why? If we pay contractor, cost us a lot. That's why people in the developed country, they learn a lot of skills. Dia even potong rumput pun dia boleh buat sendiri. Buat plumbing pun dia boleh buat sendiri. Ni kita kalau sebut TVET, pekerjaan-pekerjaan yang involve dengan TVET kemahiran ni kita pandang macam orang panggil apa nama? Pekerjaan yang tidak profesional. Okay, but one day when we reach the real ataupun the best human capital, all this going to be uplifted lah. InsyaAllah employment will be reduced. Employment ni, the issue definitely is about the economy lah. Yes, this one is because of pandemic COVID-19. Okay, peraturan-peraturan yang kata kita tak boleh buka perniagaan. Okay, ramai yang move list and others. Okay, but seek for other opportunity lah. Okay, for instance change type of job and others. Sebab kadang-kala when you involve in business ni, you already have to be able to see the potential risk. When you actually earn a lot compared than those who are working with the government, for instance. Macam kami kerja government ni, gaji tak banyak mana lah. Okay, tapi kalau buat business, you earn a lot. But the risk is also high. Okay? Alright? For this slide, what I'm going to emphasize, actually, whatever it is, okay, education is the best strategy to boost our human capital. Okay, next please. Tadi saya dah sebut lah. To enhance human capital, to reach developed country in the future. We are supposed to reach developed country by 2020. Masa dulu yang bahagia Dr. Azmah ni, rasa kita boleh bayang masa kita muda dulu. Duk bayang developed country tu rasanya Malaysia 2020 ada kereta terbang. Kan? Duk membayangkan lah. Tapi tak jadi. Alright. So we still have hope. But you know what? One good thing about pandemic COVID-19, I'm sure yang bagi Dr. Azmah ni agree with me. Our lifestyle have changed. Inilah contoh, tak payah saya ke Kelantan. Boleh daripada online. Boleh guna YouTube. Dulu nak guna teknologi ni, yang kami ni, generasi senior ni, takut. Takut tersilap dan sebagainya. Anyway, it's so convenient. Okay. And engaging. Cuma macam saya kata, tak nampak orang. I'm talking to myself. Tu je lah. Sebab masih ada traditional tu. Orang tua kan. Okay. Quality education, as I mentioned just now. Kena ada accessibility. Make sure everybody get equal. Equality ni, adil ni susah. That's why nanti kalau pemberian zakat contohnya, yang susah kita bagi begini-begini. Dia kalau nak adil ni, satu untuk kamu, satu untuk kamu. Tapi berkemungkinan satu untuk kamu tu sebenarnya kamu tak perlu pun. I have one example lah. One example that I can share with all of you. Ada satu staff daripada Kementerian Jabatan Penerangan semasa sesi bengkel bersama mereka. Staff tersebut adalah staff India. Beliau memberi satu contoh yang begitu signifikan dan saya ingat sehingga kini. Dia kata nak bercakap tentang adil ni susah. Terutama sekali bila beliau merupakan penduduk India yang bercakap tentang keadilan ni. Dia kata, saya bagi contoh. Saya ada 2 isteri. India jaranglah ada 2 isteri, tapi dia nak relate dengan ni lah. Saya ada 2 isteri. Isteri saya yang pertama adalah Fasha Sanda. Isteri saya yang kedua adalah Sharifah Aini. Arwah adalah. Dia bagi contoh. Okey. Sharifah Aini. Jadi saya sayang kedua-dua isteri saya. Jadi saya nak bagi kain kepada isteri saya. Setiap orang saya bagi sepasang. Adil lah tu kan. Tapi saya tak bolehlah bagi Sharifah Aini 4 meter. Okey, Fasha Sanda saya boleh bagi 4 meter, Sharifah Aini saya kena bagi lebih. Sebab untuk cukupkan saiz. Bukan nak diskriminate di sini, nak bagi contoh. Maknanya adil di situ yang Sharifah Aini mungkin dapat lebih atas keperluan. Sebab tu adik-adik sekalian, if you are in a situation, if you want to complain of anything, betul-betul fikir tentang sama ada benda yang adik-adik buat tu betul ataupun tidak. Jangan simply say that it is not fair. Adil ni meletakkan satu pada tempatnya. Samalah cakap pasal quality education. Kita dapat masuk UiTM, yuran murah dan sebagainya. Okay. Tapi kita tidak memanfaatkan dengan betul. Tapi on the other hand, kita masuk yuran murah, kita terlibat dengan aktiviti, kita engage dengan community, kita satisfied with what we have done. That is the best. Okay. At the same time, once you further study, improve your skill. Improve your skill, not necessarily need to attend any training. Alright? Not only you need to attend any training. But it's in terms of you can search skills from internet, for instance, how to use Canva. It's very simple how to use Canva. You can learn from YouTube. Okay? And then other skills like to create videos. Okay? Then communication skill. Okay, you may start improve your communication skill through online. Okay, and the third aspect, as I said, kalau kita betul-betul nak reach developed country, we cannot simply say after SPM you have to further study. Tak boleh. Selagi kita tak ada pasaran kerja. Okay, orang yang nak memenuhi pasaran kerja. When you are ready, please continue to further study. If you don't want to take formal education at universities, you can take informal education at any technological centers or others. Okay? Kadang-kadang kemahiran-kemahiran lain seperti kemahiran membuat video, kemahiran mengambil gambar, contohnya yang tu lebih penting. Alright? And finally, it's good for our well-being, kesejahteraan kita, kesihatan dan juga kesejahteraan kita. Okay, next please. Okay, I think I'm almost the end of my presentation. Although in the beginning I've discussed about to consider whether to further study or to work. It's a difficult decision to make. So although we begin with that situation, kejap ya. Okay, although we begin with that situation, at the end of it, my suggestion to all of you, to myself, to my family, to everybody, please consider to improve your education when you have opportunity. Okay, because education never ends. Macam saya, macam yang bagi Dr. Azmahani, mungkin besok kita nak belajar apa? Belajar ngaji Quran pula. Kita nak belajar membuat kebajikan ke dan sebagainya. Education never ends. Okay. we continue to educate ourselves. Okay, dalam persatuan itu mungkin nak belajar masak ke dan sebagainya. Okay, so the point is education never end, but you have to be ready to adapt to whatever changes. Okay, ready to adapt to changes. Lepas tu nowadays everything change very quick. Lepas tu if you don't prepare yourself, you're gonna be outdated. Macam contoh, kadang-kadang you tengok dalam Instagram tu dia tulis itu antara software yang pensyarah anda tidak mahu anda yang tidak mahu ketahui. Ada what do you call that yang kita dah guna tu? Keyboard. Ada yang kita duk tanya tu AI tu apa dia tu tahu? ChatGPT. Okay? Banyak. Okay? Mula-mula at first I thought that this software actually has its drawback lah. It's very easy to use. You get good answers and then it don't allow our generation to think. But the good thing is, it's very quick. We can get good information. Okay, but as long as we don't misuse it, jangan kita ambil maklumat daripada ChatGPT tu and claim that it's ours. Okay, get some ideas from ChatGPT and rephrase, improve based on your topic that you want to discuss. Okay, keyboard, yes, you can paraphrase. But again, if you just simply trust the tool, you'll get, in some situation, you'll get, not a good sentence. Dia lari makna dia. Bila penyelia baca, silap ayat ni, tak kena ni. That's the thing. Although younger generation are good in skill, getting information, getting things done through a lot of software, but you have to be careful. Okay, be careful. That means be alert, look at it, check it, and etc. Jangan ambil jalan mudah. Kalau ambil je daripada ChatGPT, everybody took from ChatGPT, and then your supervisors detect, you're gonna get in trouble. Okay. Even now, like us, an academic, if we want to publish papers, kalau kita ambil daripada ChatGPT, we have to put ChatGPT as our author. Kena tulis pula, ChatGPT jadi author. Nampak? Okay, things have changed. But because otherwise, they're going to say that we are plagiarized. So, but if you know, get ideas from ChatGPT, sometimes you see, kita ingat ChatGPT tu bijak tau. Tapi kadang-kadang otak kita lagi bijak. Jawapan yang dia bagi tu dah ada dalam otak kita. Betul lah macam yang saya fikir. Betul ni. Saya dah cakap dah mesti ada benda ni. Okay. Tapi kita tak percaya diri kita. Kita percaya yang canggih-canggih orang putih buat. Okay. Ended up. Okay. Bila kita buat assignment to rely on internet sources. Then at the end of the day, you're not producing good assignment, but you don't allow yourself to develop knowledge, develop your knowledge well. Okay. Education ni another thing. When you improve from time to time, of course, now you are at degree level, right? Kan? Bila masuk masters, you kata, saya dah belajar ni human capital ni. Tapi dekat masters ni lain. That's how the level of education actually train you to be critical, to deal with cases, to solve problem. Sama lah. Kalau you masuk PhD macam mana, levelnya, PhD lagi lah. You have to contribute new knowledge. How to contribute new knowledge? While there are many other research have been done, your research will contribute significantly in this area. Contoh, susah tu. Okay. But once you get it, it's going to be fun. Okay. Sometimes you're going to feel like, oh, I don't believe that I have already completed my PhD. Okay. Mesti ramai ada cita-cita ni, insyaAllah. Okay. And the third one, if you have good education, okay, you're going to build your personal resilience. Kalau orang cakap, you faham. Okay. Ini cakap, tak faham. Contoh. Okay, kalau you dalam organisasi, if being able to sit with others to discuss on certain issues, you can participate. Because you have good knowledge. Okay. Daya tahan kita akan lebih baik. Okay, bila kita berhadapan dengan masalah, kita tidak mengambil jalan pintas. Kita tak ambil jalan yang mudah dan cepat. Instead, kita berfikir, mencari maklumat dahulu sebelum mengambil keputusan. Okay. Ini daya tahan ni susah ni. Sekarang ni banyak generasi muda especially mempunyai kurang daya tahan. Sebab tu ramai yang sakit mental ataupun mental health. Bukan sakit mental tu yang ekstrim ya. Macam contoh stres, ada anxiety, ada depression. Ni contoh-contoh yang kita sendiri tidak mempunyai daya tahan. Okay, ada banyak research yang mengatakan apa yang terjadi dalam keadaan sekarang ni dipengaruhi oleh pelbagai faktor. Dia bukan saja pendidikan. Kadang-kadang kita punya perubahan gaya hidup. Masuk universiti, kita nak ikut trend semasa. Orang pakai cantik, kita nak pakai cantik. Kita tak nak orang tahu kehidupan kita yang susah. Kita malu dengan mengakui keluarga kita. Jadi kita berdepan dengan dilema dalam diri kita. Okay. Benda mudah saja. Sebab tu pengaruh internet dan teknologi ni dia punya walaupun banyak manfaat tapi dia punya pengaruh kalau kena pada sesetengah individu yang tidak kuat dia akan menjadikan satu cabaran besar. Dah dapat mental health ni isu ni susah lah. Melainkan kena ada terapi, kena ada ni dan sebagainya. But if you have a good education, you be able to orang panggil apa nama? Decide what's the best. Okay, saya dah dekat exam, saya tak payahlah main game banyak sangat. Ini exam pun game pun sama naik. Exam pun social media pun sama naik. Itu susah sikit lah. No? Kena ada priority because game ni is funny. Nama pun game, funny. Dia boleh buat kita ketagih kat dia. Dah menang dia suruh menang lagi. Dia menang dia suruh menang lagi. Tapi tak nampak apa pun. Nobody knows your achievement. Kalau online tak apalah. But if you go for your education, you can see your achievement. You can go for convocation and others. Melainkan siapa yang betul-betul aktif dalam game yang memang nak bersaing, yang boleh mendapat jana pendapatan is fine lah. Tapi kalau ketagihan tu mengganggu kesihatan mental kita, please decide what's the best for you. Okay? But through education again, sampai tua pun kita akan sentiasa belajar and it will never end. Okay? Lastly, next slide please. Thank you very much. I think I'll stop my session now. It'd be good if we can have question and answer. Kalau ada apa-apa input yang saya kongsi tersebut lebih kepada pengalaman, kalau tidak kena dengan adik-adik sekalian, jangan bimbang. Itu pengalaman kami yang senior, yang baik itu daripada Allah, yang tak baik itu daripada dari saya sendiri. Okey, kalau ada soalan. Terima kasih banyak yang bahagia Dr. Azmahani, Cik Afrina.
Jutaan terima kasih diucapkan kepada Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dr. Yarina Ahmad di atas ceramah yang disampaikan sebentar tadi. Baiklah, seterusnya kita akan meneruskan program kita dengan sesi soal-jawab bagi menjawab pelbagai persoalan yang ingin para peserta tanyakan kepada tetamu kita pada petang ini. Jika terdapat sebarang kekeliruan ataupun persoalan, bolehlah mengambil peluang ini untuk terus mendapatkan jawapan daripada Profesor. Para peserta yang ingin menanyakan soalan, anda boleh menulis soalan anda di ruangan live chat YouTube channel kami.
Prof, apa nak tanya pendapat Prof lah, sebab dari segi further education ni kan, for those yang choose to work first, later on baru dia sambung belajar. Okay, they go for option untuk PJJ contohnya. Certain people dia punya perspektif tu belajar tu hanya untuk kenaikan pangkat, digunakan untuk kenaikan pangkat. Jadi dia kata sekadar lulus sahaja. Bukannya because of the semangat tu lah. Bukan macam, kalau macam SPM tu dia punya eager untuk belajar tu is different from yang dah bekerja. Okay, and then satu lagi problem with bila kita nak berdepan dengan masalah pelajar yang ada family problem contohnya, they have to quit because of the family problem, contohnya dari segi, especially dari segi financial problem. Bila dia tak boleh attend the class for the full time, so bila kita nak alihkan dia kepada PJJ ni, it's very costly to them. So apa pandangan Prof ataupun apa yang kita, macam mana kita boleh bantu dia orang ni dari segi education?
Okey, terima kasih banyak yang bagi Dr. Azmah ni di atas soalan. Susah ni. Susah tu sebab nak dapat jawapan yang konkret tu memang payah lah. Tapi saya mengakui memang trend sekarang ni sambung pengajian di dalam kalangan kaki tangan kerajaan ataupun swasta tu bertujuan untuk kenaikan pangkat. Jadi bila bertujuan begitu, resultnya memang tak sebaik mungkin lah. Okay. Jadi dalam pada tempoh tersebut ni kita tengok trend mereka datang ke kelas pun sambil lewa, tidak menyediakan assignment dengan baik, meminta assignment tugasan rakan-rakan lain untuk digunakan atau dijadikan contoh. Itulah cabaran kita sebenarnya pada masa kini. Nak ada kolektif yang semangat yang begitu sama tu payah. Kita ni budaya Malaysia ni lain sikit. Kalau kita tengok budaya orang negara lain contohnya. Macam Indonesia, kalau kita caci negara dia, contoh hina negara dia, dia bangun. Bersatu dia. Semangat. Kita boleh terkejut tengok. Tapi macam Jepun budaya dia macam mana. Tapi kita punya budaya ni dia ikut trend. Trend yang negatif tu dia memang akan sentiasa dapat perhatian. Kalau trend semua masuk belajar universiti tertentu sebab senang pas, masuk situ. Dia ikut trend. Akhirnya kita sukarlah untuk mencapai matlamat negara untuk pembangunan ekonomi yang inklusif, yang mampan. Kalau capai pun setakat pada superficial. Ini cabaran kita lah. Tapi saya bersetuju dengan Dr. Azmah ni. Ni semua susulan daripada desakan-desakan cabaran organisasi itu sendiri. Bila tengok ramai sambung study, dia pun nak sambung study. Tapi komitmen tak boleh bagi dan sebagainya. Anyway, it's not healthy. Okay. Again, inilah satu isu yang kita cakap dalam SDG. Quality education. Nak sampai quality tu banyak aspek lagi kita kena perhalusi. Okay. Dan soalan kedua tadi yang pelajar yang ada masalah. Sebenarnya yang kita tahu pelajar ada masalah ni hanya tips of iceberg. Sikit aja. Ramai yang menyembunyikan masalah. Tak payah kata pelajar lah. Semua orang yang dalam organisasi pun ada yang menyembunyikan masalah. Takut, bimbang, disalah ertikan. Okay. Terutama sekali masalah tersebut berkaitan dengan keluarga yang berkemungkinan akan menyusahkan orang lain. Okay. Untuk menangani masalah ni, pada saya selalu berprinsip satu je. Kalau kita nak menyelesaikan masalah, kita kena communicate. First, admit you have problem and seek for solution. At least bercakap dengan KPP, at least bersuara dengan counselling that you need help. I want to further study. Mungkin kita boleh tengok prestasi dia dan sebagainya. Saya personally, saya pernah bayar yuran pelajar. Okay. Bila kita tahu pelajar ada masalah, contohnya, ada sebenarnya Allah Ta'ala kirim individu-individu ataupun mana-mana tempat untuk membantu. Dan once kita mengaku kita ada masalah, kita seek for solution, insyaAllah ada jalan. Kalau nak convert kepada EPJJ, costly, terlalu fleksibel, kebanyakannya tak berjaya sangatlah. Kalau berjaya pun sekadar lengkap pengajian. Kualitinya kurang. Okay. Tapi kadang-kadang kalau kita berfikir, adik-adik berfikir, masalah tu memang akan berpanjangan. Kalau kita masalah berpanjangan, is unfair kita nak bergantung kepada fakulti, kepada universiti sepanjang pengajian. Mungkin considering ambil cuti khas, bekerja sekejap, sambil jaga keluarga dan sebagainya, simpan duit sikit dan start berfikir untuk sambung pengajian. Yang jadi masalahnya sekarang, ramai yang kalau dah memilih untuk bekerja, dia sudah tak nampak nak minat nak belajar. Itu sayanglah. Dia akan menyesal bila dia tua nanti, betul tak? Yang bagi Dr. Azman. Kami cakap lagu mana pun, at the end of the day, you tak rasa nanti belah hujung. Betul lah doktor cakap dulu. That's why I said I can just share, but whatever it is, the decision is yours. But that's the truth. Anyway, kalau nak seribu daya, kalau tak nak banyak alasan kita berbagi. That's it. Thank you very much, Dr. Azman.
Di sini disertakan beberapa soalan daripada para peserta. Boleh saya bacakan, Prof?
Boleh.
Are there any trends or changes in the job market that might influence the decision between further education and immediate employment after SPM?
Alright, definitely job market has changed tremendously. Okay. If we compare the previous job, online business, okay, for us is still new, okay, but the online business open a lot of opportunities, in which for some people they might decide to choose this path, so that they don't need to work with others. Ada, okay. And for some, they would love to work in business because business sector that can offer them a very high salary. Okay. Previously, if you look at the trend, I give you example. If you look at the trend, logistik sector ni, pengangkutan ni kurang tau. But once we move our business to online, the logistic sector has changed the trend. Dah banyak dah JNT, apa lagi? Post. Dulu mana ada JNT? Dulu kami post saja. Tanya Dr. Azmani yang bagi tu. Dulu kami ada post je, tahu post tu nak pergi post pun takat nak post pun takut. Okay, tu changing trends lah. Because of online business ni, so the logistic sector pun improve. A lot of opportunity in the logistic sector. Banyak things change, but we do not know what will happen in the future. Okay, but again, look at the trend, choose which one that you want to decide. Not only after SPM, after your degree. Okay, but yang paling masih kekal adalah stigma dalam kalangan masyarakat Malaysia, iaitu bekerja, kalau bagus dia kena bekerja dengan kerajaan. Stigma tu adik-adik mesti masih berhadapan dengan ni. Sebab mak dengan bapak kita mesti kata, kerja kerajaan ni elok. Bukan saya kata kerja kerajaan tak elok. Dia nak associate stigma kita tu, kerja dengan kerajaan mesti hebat, bagus. Tak semestinya. Mana-mana kerja pun bagus. Tapi itu stigma lah. Stigma tu semua orang kalau boleh nak kerja kerajaan. Sebab dia associate dengan pencen, banyak cuti dan sebagainya. But for some people, they cannot cope with government sector. Dia tak boleh cope. Mungkin for them it's not challenging, so then they might change to other private universities yang offer better salary, and then you get more recognition. Monash University, Kamana universities overseas and etc. Okay, but for some people they might decide to work with business yang ada high promotion, career development yang clear. But for some easy job, boleh buat Grab, boleh juga buat online business yang tak ada siapa kacau. But again, online business will not stop there. You have to think ahead. Mungkin to set up your own company and others. But whatever it is, as long as you're happy with your life, I think please proceed lah. Nah? Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Prof. Baiklah, soalan seterusnya. Are there any specific skills or qualifications that are particularly beneficial for those entering the workforce immediately after SPM?
Qualification to enter workforce after SPM. Okay, macam tu. Okay. Well, sektor pekerjaan ni, working sector ni dah classified. Of course, if they want to offer a job for a clerk, they're not going to take those who have masters. Because, itulah kan. Because impossible for them to pay based on qualification. Even that master's candidate kata tak apa, it's okay, I can still accept. But still, if I'm the employer, I will not take you as my clerk. Kan? Dah tinggi sangat qualification. Susah. Alright? But the job after your SPM, usually kalau kita tengok trend sekarang ni, banyak yang bekerja dekat kedai-kedai. Payahlah you nak bekerja jawatan tinggi. Melainkan satu. Okay? Memang you asal keluarga yang ada bisnes, habis SPM dilantik terus pengurus muda, and then it's fine. Tapi sebelum tu nak lepas SPM adik, nak terus nak dapat jawatan tinggi, impossible. Okay, jadi for me, by now I think you should know the job available for those who are among SPM leavers. You akan jadi pekerja di kedai-kedai, pembantu kedai, kerani, executive officer, at least they mau STPM. Sometimes when you look at the job advertisement for executive officer kan, selalunya dia nak STPM ataupun diploma. Okay. At least. Okay. But sometimes through your experience, they're gonna upgrade your position. Alright. Tetapi to jump straight to higher salary, at least you have to have at least diploma lah. For me personally, ada diploma pun dah okay. Alright. Thank you very much.
Baiklah, soalan terakhir. How can individuals determine which path, continuing education or entering the workforce, is more suitable for their personal and professional growth? Okay. Ni nak kena ulang sekali lagi lah, no? Right. Adik, those who ask this question, first thing first, don't compare yourself with others. Pertama-tama sekali. My friend start working and then she got a very good position, blah 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 blah. You may not you may not get the same job as your friend. Okay, jangan compare. Sit down, look at yourself. If you can just simply do your SWOT in your mind, aku ni, I have this strength, but I also have the opportunity. This is my kelemahan, this is my cabaran. And then reflect on yourself, get feedback from parents and closest to you, not only from friends, okay? Okay, closest to you, and then few from friends, and then decide. For me,
To decide what's the best is hard. Okay, macam saya kata, kalau ada masalah keluarga kritikal, baik jangan concentrate kat keluarga dulu. Okay, tapi at the end of the day, personally, the best choice for me is further study. Continue education. At least diploma. And if you have time later, have some money, continue your degree. Sekurang-kurangnya. Sebab banyak yang habis dekat diploma, lepas tu terus bekerja, dia ended up dengan jawatan yang rendah. Mau tak mau dia kena pergi sambung study. Yang ni memang dalam kerajaan kena minta lah. Dia minta degree. But again, make the best decision. Consider all aspect and situation and consequences. Make the best decision. And the best, first thing first, further study. If not, if you don't further study, you can immediately you can consider further study afterwards. Okay, thank you very much. Kalau salah jawapan, saya minta maaf lah ya. Ni jawapan orang tua-tua macam ni lah.
Terima kasih, Prof. Untuk soalan yang terakhir, can you share insight into the current demands of the job market and how they might impact the decision-making process for individuals transitioning from SPM to either education or work?
Current job market ni. Okay. Gig economy sekarang ni banyak. Kemudian apa tu, maybe I would like to share something. Sebenarnya Malaysian, when they see Malaysian economy, our economic status ataupun economic condition, many of us gonna say that our economy is not good. Macam teruk lah. But last few weeks, we went to Australia. We met Australia Malaysia Economic Council. Ada council yang bincang antara peluang-peluang perniagaan ataupun bisnes-bisnes tengok ekonomi antara Malaysia dengan Australia. You know what? They see Malaysia as a different country. They see that Malaysia has a good economy, and many actually would like to invest in Malaysia. Kadang-kadang yang berlaku kat negara kita ni banyak disebabkan oleh faktor-faktor seperti isu-isu yang dibangkitkan mengikut trend ataupun mengikut kepentingan sesetengah pihak. Dia katalah ekonomi kita tak elok, ekonomi memanglah ada cabaran. Tapi taklah teruk. Kita tak teruk. Tapi bila kita duk sentimentkan benda tu nampak teruk, okay? And job opportunity actually is there. Cuma sekarang ni cabaran kita, graduate ni terlampau banyak. Dia dah jadi macam cerita bangau oh bangau. Datanglah ni pandangan saya lah Bangau oh bangau. You know what? Kita blame this goes to that, blame that goes to this. Bangau oh bangau. Dah graduate terlampau banyak, dia kata pula graduate kita kurang skill. Dah graduate kita ni pula salah pula universiti. Universiti tak mengeluarkan program yang memenuhi pasaran. Salah pula universiti, salah pula pensyarah. Pensyarah tak mengajar dengan baik dan sebagainya. Dah tak tahu nak pergi ke mana. But the reality is, sebenarnya, if we are good, we're going to get good job. Despite all the trend. Okay. Trend sekarang memang sektor pekerjaan yang ada sekarang ni cuma menunggu pekerja-pekerja yang hebat. You tengok lah ni, minta maaf cakap, mungkin Dr. Azmahani pun aware. Kita buka je kekosongan universiti untuk pensyarah. 1,000 yang apply. 1,000, takut kita tengok. Memang pasaran kerja tu ni lah. That's why I always mention to my student, if you enroll yourself as PhD student, you don't only aim to get PhD. If you get PhD alone, you cannot be a lecturer. Kat private university pun tak boleh. You kena get educate, you kena publish papers, you kena do research, do innovation, banyak benda kita kena buat. So that will be different from others. Okay. So adik-adik sekalian, trend is oneself. Okay. If you know your trend sekarang ni, apa yang selalu kata Azmah ni, influencer pun katanya banyak dapat duit. Saya tak pandai macam tu, tapi connect.
Melalui YouTube, TikTok dia orang buat marketing kan.
Sampai bila kita tanya hobi anak-anak muda, saya nak jadi content creator. Wush, saya kata saya dulu tak reti content creator. Contoh dia tengok tu, dia tak tahulah dia associate dengan apa. Dia tengok cantik ke, kaya ke, menarik ke. Sebab tu kita zaman sekarang ni kita bagi je adik-adik semua explore. Nanti decide. Okay. So trend tu is there, but I think first, saya sebagai ahli pendidik sama dengan Dr. Azmahani, kami memang akan lebih tekankan pendidikan. Sambung pengajian dahulu, lengkapkan, kemudian insyaAllah you get good job. Jangan aim kerajaan saja, jangan nak buat bisnes saja, open, terbuka. Terima kasih banyak. Thank you very much.
Terima kasih kepada semua yang bertanya. Namun disebabkan kekangan masa, kita terpaksa mengakhiri webinar kita pada petang ini. Sebelum kita bersurai, kami ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih kepada Yang Berbahagia Profesor Dr. Yarina Ahmad di atas kesudian berkongsi dengan kita semua pada petang ini. Tidak dilupakan juga kepada Yang Berusaha Dr. Azmahani binti Yaakob yang merupakan penasihat bagi webinar kami pada hari ini serta semua pelajar yang sudi meluangkan masa bersama-sama bagi menjayakan webinar ini. Dengan ini, saya ingin menjemput semua yang terlibat di dalam YouTube ini untuk masuk ke dalam platform Google Meet untuk sesi fotografi. Dijemput semua peserta dan hadirin untuk membuka kamera masing-masing untuk sesi bergambar sebagai tanda kenangan-kenangan bersama Profesor. Dengan berakhirnya sesi bergambar